How much does a Japanese sword weigh? Quickly in a historical drama, remove from the pod, cut down the enemy flutteringly. A Japanese sword, how much does it actually weigh? Many people don't understand. If you go from how to move, it looks pretty light, but when you think of it as a weapon, it's light. Even if it doesn't show much power, I can think of it. So how much is it actually? Is it a heavy object? Or you can shake it easily? Is it as light as possible? With a weapon that is never light and easy to hold, not to say rugged like a Western sword, if it feels or is thick, I think it's quite heavy. You can imagine. The metal used for the blade it's heavier than it looks. However, Japanese swords, not Western swords, with a pretty slender sword it has become. That's why, if it looks lighter, some would say. But actually it's quite heavy. Do you know the average weight is about 1 kilogram it has become? Of course here no pods included, with the handle and the exterior such as the brim attached, it's time to say. However, this is just an average and actually about 800 grams to 1.5 kilograms it is in the state of being made. Approximately 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1 milk carton. If you say 1.5 kilograms, it's juice. With 1,500 milliliters PET bottle, I will say. If you shake this all the time, it's pretty hard to say. I can imagine what you say, is it not? We are that slender from the appearance. It is light, I have imagined it. Actually, it's never light, and to some extent it's a heavy weapon. Therefore, even if you just pretend for considerable strength training, it will actually be. Why are you using things in historical drama? Does it look light? Japanese swords have a fairly thin blade. It has become very clean, make an impression. But contrary to its appearance, because it is quite heavy, when I actually bring it heavier than I imagined, many people feel it. Especially for those who were watching historical drama, you can beat many people with fluttering because it is made. To some extent you may think that it is light. There will be. I have it all the time. If it's not light enough, it's difficult to keep. Just be careful. Seriously, is certainly discipline with iron that has been beaten many times because it is made. It's getting pretty heavy. But actually in a historical drama the sword used is bamboo, like a sword blade, things that have been shaved and pasted with aluminum foil, duralumin instead of steel. The things you are using are available. There are various types of metal, iron and duralumin, it is no exception. So depending on the type its weight will change. For structural iron its relative density is 7.87, in the case of duralumin, it is about 2.79 it has become. In short, in the same way with metal it is made, but in fact, less than half of what is made of iron. Some things are heavy, it's not unusual. So lightly, even shaking with one hand, you can do it enough. The feeling is different when you hold it with the actual weight. It weighs about 1 kilogram. For Japanese swords, only that number, looking at it's much more than I expected. You may feel heavy, is it not? But in fact, you can experience it depending on how you hold it. The weight will change. Do you know, for the sword itself, insert the blade into the handle. I'm making it. The blade has a soft iron core, then wrap it in steel, and it is made by carefully training. But the length of the blade in the position of the center of gravity, etc. Therefore, the perceived weight changes. There are many things. To have a good balance, if possible, make it so heavy even if you don't feel it. If you have a bad balance, unexpectedly feeling the weight because not a few. In other words, if you actually have it, and when using, easy to grasp. For myself, if you find a place that is easy to swing, lighter than its actual weight, you can have it. Also, the weight you feel in terms of length change to a type that is too long. Something short compared to it is lighter to have the same weight. I tend to feel it. That said, it's still light. As for whether you can keep it, after all, it is so easy, isn't it? Going. When I see it in historical drama, it looks unexpectedly light, but actually, it's not that it's light. There is none. Just too. If it's too heavy, hard to use as a weapon, it will be. There is a device to make it lighter. You know it's done, is not it? For example, one of them, a thin streak hangs from the blade edge to the blade edge. It means that it is included. Of course, this is a design, not what I thought. By removing the metal in that part, it's possible to reduce the weight a little. You can do it. It seems to be light because it is thin. It's not uncommon to get rid of it firmly as a weapon, to some extent to play a role made by weight. However, from its appearance, how heavy is it? I don't even know, not a few. If you have it, actually it's a good idea to bring it with you. The heavy weight, you should be able to fully enjoy it.